Okay, let's take a look at odd integers. Odd integers start off like this: 1, 3, 5, 7, and so on. If we think about just the positive ones. So for here, what I want to take a look at is the steps. Well, maybe we can do this. If n is 1, that means that that's like the first step. When n is 2, we get our second step. When n is 3, we get our third step. When n is 4, we get our fourth step. So the first odd integer is 1. The second odd integer is 3. The third odd integer is 5. The fourth odd integer is 7. And so then you could think about, well then, geez, I wonder what the 10th odd integer is. And those are some other questions that we could perhaps investigate later, but I just want to think about this notation. So now I've got a table of values that I want to look at and represent not just the odd integers, but what we'll call the summation. Another word for summation is, if I can fit it in here, is series. So anyway, the first number, as you saw below, is just 1. And there's nothing to really add, so it adds up to 1. Now the way I'd like to look at this as a sketch is just as a single block. One block. Nothing too exciting there, it's the first step. Okay, now the second step. We have 1 plus 3. Those are the first two odd integers. That adds up to 4. And I want to write the sketch out this way. Let's keep our first block, which was that green one. And then I want to write in the next 3 blocks this way. 1, 2, 3. So you get this kind of like, if you ever played the game Tetris, it's like these blue ones kind of wrap around that green one. Okay. Now let's see, maybe I'll use, we've got 1 plus 3 plus 5. Those will be the first 3 integers. That adds up to, well, 1 plus 3 we know is 4, plus 5 is 9. And the way I want to do that is, let's put in our first block from n equals 1. Then we've got those 3 blocks. And now we've got 5 blocks to add, which we can add this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we get a sketch. Let's do one more. We've got 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7. Those would be the first 4 odd integers. 1 plus 3 plus 5, we actually know that from this problem here, it's 9. Plus 7 gives us 16. And we'll try to squeeze that into this little block of a sketch. There's 1 plus 3 plus 5, and then we're going to add one more set. This will be the number 7 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.